Hello everyone, Martin here, and today I'm going to be talking about the evolution of Stalkers in Assassin's Creed. Stalkers are one of the most interesting and annoying enemies in Assassin's Creed, and if you're not careful, they could assassinate you. Now, in past games, I have encountered many enemies that have Stalkers.
Geronimo! 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 It's a werewolf!
Okay, Carl, I'm back. What's with all the girly yelling?
Might as well search for loot while we're down here.
Now why would there be loot in the sewers? It's just rats down here.
Everyone knows rats guard treasure called gems, bullion, doubloons. Ooh, kick one of those crates open, would ya? A monster! Run!
So yeah, those were the Stalkers that I've encountered in past games. It's pretty obvious when those guys will pop out, but Assassin's Creed really brings Stalker enemies to a whole new level. First, I'll be talking about the Stalkers in Assassin's Creed Revelations, and then I will go on to Black Flag and Rogue. So without further ado, let's get into the review. The Stalkers in Assassin's Creed Revelations are part of the Templars and Byzantines. These guys come out of nowhere when your wanted level is extremely high. Once these stalkers get close to you, you'll start to hear some whispering noises, and before you can even do anything, some tense music will play and the stalker will try to hold you. Once the stalker gets a hold of you, all you have to do is just click the button used to attack, and Etsy will use the stalker's knife and stab him in the throat. It's pretty easy to kill these stalkers, but if you wait too long, the stalker will stab you in the back, taking away 3 bars of health, and then will run away. Stalkers in Revelations are only male, and they look like some of the male civilians. Their main weapon is the Kurdish Jambia dagger. They have lots of money and bomb materials when you loot them, and the Ottoman guards will not attack them. Another fact about these stalkers is that if you face them, they will hide their knife and pretend that nothing is going on, and once you highlight them with eagle vision, they have a knife icon on the minimap. If a stalker runs up to you while you're looting, Etsy will immediately push him, and after that the stalker just runs away. Also, these guys can follow you on the rooftops. In Sequence 5, Memory 1, the Janissaries, there is one stalker that is forced to be in the level. In one Assassin Apprentice mission, where you have to defend a herald, stalkers will come out and try to get you, except instead of backstabbing you, they engage you in combat, and plus these ones don't carry a lot of money. Stalkers also appear in den attacks. They're experts at melee combat and agility. These guys are able to quickly take out your assassin defensive units, and the only way to quickly get rid of them is to use your hidden handgun.
Death comes, assassin! There! Kill him! Assassin! Leave
I'm not part of it.
If you draw your weapon, this man dies!
Now, I know some people wouldn't count these guys as stalkers, but I decided to add them in anyway. Next, we have the Guardians from Assassin's Creed Black Flag. The Guardians are found in Long Bay, Jamaica. Obviously, these guys aren't trying to stalk you on purpose, but instead protect the observatory. Now, there are 2 types of Guardians. You have the generic soldier types, and you have the marksman types. The marksman Guardians are the ones that hide in bushes. The reason why I call these ones marksmen is because when you engage them, they have a target icon above them, just like the musket men. From time to time, these Guardians will stand up from their hiding spot. You can highlight them with eagle vision from long distances. If you get in their range, then the next time they stand up, they will shoot you with their blowpipes. And if you get too close to them from their hiding spot, they will engage you in combat. Although the Guardians do have the same blowpipe as Edward, but they shoot you with impact darts that take away 3 bars of health. If you're not careful, these guys can rapidly shoot you. Like all marksmen, the marksman Guardian will back away to try to shoot you, and they can see you from long distances when they're patrolling in the caves. If you come close to them, they will pull out a dagger like an agile, but they can't block your attacks. Also, if you happen to be fighting 2 of these guys and one of them backs up, then you can use the other Guardian as a human shield. Next, we have the regular Guardians. These guys are like the marksman Guardians, except they patrol in the caves, one platform, and in front of the observatory. Unlike the marksmen, these guys will chase you, and they only shoot you with impact darts if you try to climb up walls or trees. Looting-wise, both Guardians carry sleep darts and berserk darts, which is always useful if you're running low on darts. You first encounter these guys in Sequence 10 Memory 3, the Observatory, and in Sequence 12 Memory 4, Everest Splinter, you have to save the Guardians from the Spanish as an optional objective. Also in this memory, some wounded Guardians can be found. Another thing worth mentioning about the Guardians is if you are equipped with the Mayan armor, then their impact darts become useless. finally, we have the Assassin Stalkers from Assassin's Creed Rogue. There are 3 different variations of the Stalker and the gang leader, so first I'll tell you the Stalker's abilities. Stalkers in Assassin's Creed Rogue serve the Assassin Brotherhood and the French army. These Stalkers can hide in bushes, just like the Guardians, but they can hide in other places that you can hide in, such as closets, benches, corners, and haystacks. They also wait on rooftops. When a Stalker is nearby, there will be pinkish clouds on your screen and the same whispering noises that were used in Revelations. If you get in a Stalker's range, the screen will slightly shake before the Stalker can get to you, and they will appear on the minimap. They will try to stab you with their hidden blades. If you counter the Stalker's hidden blade attack, it will automatically let you counter the attack with your hidden blades, and you can either kill, throw, or disarm the Stalker. They can take away 5 bars of health. If one manages to stab you, they will run away to a new hiding spot for you to find them again. Also, if you try to climb up a building while getting away from them, they will throw a throwing knife at you. You can only highlight them with eagle vision if you are at a close distance away from their range. If you're a little bit in their range and you point your gun or attempt to run away, the Stalker will charge right at you. Some of them do patrol on the rooftops, and if they see you, they will jump down on you and try to assassinate you. Stalkers will run away to a different hiding spot if you shoot a firecracker near them. Also, they can be affected by smoke bombs, sleep, and berserk darts/gas. Combat-wise, Stalkers are equipped with a knife, hidden blades, and a flintlock. Their combat are exactly like Agiles, where you have to break their defense. They will try to shoot you if you try to climb up buildings or if someone grabs you from behind. They cannot sprint or tackle you when you're trying to escape. According to the game, Stalkers and the Assassin army supposedly look like law-abiding citizens, but you can easily identify them because of the orange colors on the robes/uniforms. Bounty hunters are not afraid to use these Stalkers as human shields. And now, let's get into those different variations of Stalkers. First, we have the female Stalkers. They kind of look like the dancers from Black Flag, and they can be found in urban areas like New York. One female Stalker can also be found in Albany, Sleepy Hollow, and Paris. In Sequence 1, Memory 2, Lessons in Revelations, these Stalkers appear as civilians, so when you throw money, they pick it up, and if you nudge them, they will run away. In combat, these Stalkers work side by side with British soldiers, and they can also unarmed assassinate British soldiers if the British guards are attacking assassin thugs nearby.
I'm so glad I'll be the last one you'll see.
Second, we have the indigenous Stalkers. These Stalkers remind me of the Guardians from Black Flag, and they can be found throughout the river valley, which makes sense because the indigenous people in that area of North America will know the forest from the back of their hand. Again, these guys can be seen at the homestead as civilians. In Sequence 2, Memory 5, Free Will, they can be seen jumping into haystacks and whistling at the start of the memory. This memory is the first time you'll encounter Stalkers. They can be found hiding in bushes near French supply camps, and in combat they will not work side by side with British soldiers, unless there is just one soldier fighting you.
Resistance is not in your best interest! Desist! I see him again. We were on the right track. Get him!
Third, we have the Spanish Captain Stalker. He looks like the Spanish captain from Black Flag, except for he has a knife instead of a sword. These guys can be found at St. Anthony in the North Atlantic. 3 of them appear in St. Anthony before you liberate the settlement from the assassins. One appears in Sequence 6, Memory 3, No Laws But Our Own, and another one appears in Assassin Interception and Per Se with a female Stalker's voice. Also, at St. Anthony, one Stalker hiding in the haystack is equipped with grenades instead of a flintlock, and these guys will work side by side with British bounty hunters if you assassinate civilians.
He's over there.
Last, we have the Assassin Gang Leader. These guys are found in assassin HQs throughout New York, the River Valley, and the North Atlantic. They can also be seen as civilians at the homestead. In assassin HQs, the gang leader will patrol around the HQ, going from hiding spot to hiding spot. These guys can see you from very long distances. Again, with the Stalkers, you have to get within a certain range to highlight him with eagle vision. And the gang leaders are equipped with a sword, flintlock, smoke bombs, hidden blades, and gas mask bandanas. Now, if a gang leader manages to spot you, he will run away to a hiding spot. He will also attempt to shoot you, and when you dodge his shot, you will roll forwards. When you go near a gang leader's hiding spot, he will attempt to stab you. Now, when he does this, you have to disarm him, otherwise he'll just knock you back if you try to counterattack. And they will throw smoke bombs to try to get away. The only way to get these guys locked in combat is if you get a bunch of British soldiers that chase you in the Assassin HQ, or you get some assassin thugs to try to take you on in combat. Then find the gang leader. The gang leader will try to stab you, so just disarm him and he should be locked in combat with you. These guys are not very fast at running, and in combat you have to take them down fast or they can fake death. They are immune to smoke bombs and any kinds of darts/gas. If you point your gun at them in combat, they will use the nearest assassin's thug as a human shield. If a British captain is pointing a gun on him, he will do the same thing.
Surprise, Burke.
Gang leaders also pilot and captain assassin brigs, frigates, and men-of-wars. The only thing different about these ones is that they will directly engage you in combat and are vulnerable to smoke bombs, even though they have smoke masks. And again, if you point your gun at them, they will use your own crew members as a human shield. Another gang leader can be found in Sequence 6, Memory 3, No Laws But Our Own, except for this gang leader is equipped with an axe and grenades. If you engage him in combat, he pretty much has the same combat style of a brute, where you have to break his defense, and he is vulnerable to smoke bombs and sleep and berserk darts/gas. A gang leader can also be seen in Sequence 6, Memory 2, Carus of Steel, commanding the assassin snipers to fire at the British. He doesn't really do much. If you approach him, he does not fight you, and after when you killed all the snipers, he disappears. Some other examples of assassin gang leaders are Kasegawase, Adewale, and Hope. In Sequence 4, Memory 3, Scars, Kasegawase will run away, drop smoke bombs, but he does not stab you like a gang leader. Instead, he runs around the fort and assassinates all the British soldiers, so he would be a stalker to the British.
Burn!
In Sequence 5, Memory 2, Bravado, if Adewale spots you, he will run away, drop smoke bombs, will try to stab you, and his combat is exactly like a gang leader. In Sequence 6, Memory 2, if you chase Hope all the way to the harbor, she will run around the area attempting to shoot you or stab you, and again, her combat is the same as a gang leader. Now, those are all the Stalkers in Assassin's Creed, but here are some honorary mentions. In Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, we have the Followers or Romulus. You first encounter them in Sequence 2, Memory 6, and they can be found in secret locations. They are equipped with daggers and throwing knives. Their combat style is very different from other enemies, but they're pretty easy to take down. Last, we have the Assassins from Black Flag. In Sequence 2, Memory 4, one assassin can be seen assassinating a Spanish guard from a haystack. Some of them come out of the alleyways with swords or daggers. In combat, they speak the same language as the Guardians, and the ones on the rooftops are only equipped with blowpipes, which they use to shoot Governor Torres. So guys, there you have it. That is the evolution of Stalker enemies in Assassin's Creed. I hope that you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next review.